trying to stand up.
God damn it. I got you. I got you, baby. Come on. I got you. I got you, baby. I know. Hey, she's still alive.
March 10th, 2024 would mark a day of horrific discovery in a remote, isolated area far from civilization. Music Adami, age 34, and her boyfriend Matthew Bynum were found in a state of near paralysis inside their squalid trailer home. First responders entered the scene to find the couple barely conscious, unable to move, and struggling to form coherent sentences. Beneath their immobilized bodies lay something far more disturbing: their daughter, Zach-Inline. When authorities assessed the child, they discovered she was unresponsive, deathly pale, and without vital signs. What began as an emergency call would rapidly evolve into a complex investigation revealing parental negligence resulting in the ultimate tragedy.
What is the address of the emergency?
97 Quail Run.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I have no idea. I'm staying with some friends right now, and they are completely... You have a little girl who's not responsive at all. To the adult, the parents are somewhat responsive, but not. They're in and out of, and then they have a 7-year-old boy who is mostly responsive. I was able to get him on a chair, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I really don't.
And are you staying in the same house?
No. I'm just on the property.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is Thaddeus Hawkins. I woke up and I heard someone yelling, "Ow, help!" And so I went in and I was trying to help him.
Okay. And what room is he in?
It's kind of like a one living area type of thing right now, but he's in the same area as them. They're all in the same, like, tiny home area.
Okay. Give me a second while I get them started on their way, okay?
What's going on?
Some of the people in the home right here that aren't responding.
They're not responding?
There's one that's not responding. Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. Sorry, I'm really stiff this morning. I can't sit upright.
Are you guys on anything?
No.
No? What?
No, I'm just really stiff from...
What's wrong with them?
He's tired.
Is he awake?
He is awake. He moved from here over to there. He is awake.
Yeah. Who's not responsive?
Not responsive.
The girl in the middle.
The girl, she's responsive. Yeah.
You guys need to move.
Yes.
Move.
Oh, shit.
You guys need to get up now.
Yeah.
Get up.
We're getting up. We're getting up.
Get up.
We're getting up. I'm getting up.
Let's go. Get up.
Yes. I'm getting up.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get up.
I'm going.
You guys need to get out.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Hurry up.
I'm going. I'm going.
Stand up.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Stand up. Get up. Hurry up. Let's go. Get up.
I'm getting up.
Leave her alone. Do not touch her. Get a 10-7.
Where?
Right here.
Ooh, kid?
Move. Get up. Yes.
Get up now! Get up!
Let's go. Where's your shoes at?
How long? Hondo?
Pretty old.
Check his vitals.
Your leg hurts? Hey, send a 55 for him.
Check his vitals.
Did y'all smoke dope?
Huh?
No.
What is it?
No, it's not fentanyl. We just fell asleep really hard. We're really sick.
Let's go. Want me to carry you? Come here. Come here. I'll carry you.
Oh my leg.
Your leg? Are you okay?
I'm just getting older.
How old is your sister?
Just turned 5 yesterday.
She just turned 5?
The initial alarm was raised by Thaddeus Hawkins, who resided on the property in his truck. Awakened by screams emanating from the family's trailer, he rushed to investigate, forcing entry to discover the family in crisis. Upon his assessment of Zach-Inline's condition, noting her pallor and absence of pulse, he moved to contact emergency services. Despite Music's delirious insistence that everything was fine and intervention unnecessary, Thaddeus recognized her compromised mental state and proceeded with the 911 call regardless. When Deputy Orasco arrived at the residence, he was immediately struck by the putrid atmosphere pervading the trailer, a consequence of accumulated refuse and general unsanitary conditions. Among the clutter, he observed a metal container positioned over a tub containing ashes, a seemingly insignificant detail that would later prove instrumental in solving the case.
Stand up.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Stand up. Get up. Hurry up. You need to get up.
Got it.
Good at 10-7.
Where?
Right here.
Who, kid?
Move. Get up. Yes.
Get up now! Get out! Get out! I don't care! Stand up!
I'm going.
How long, Hondo? Check his vitals. Did y'all smoke?
No.
What is it?
No, it's not. No, we just fell asleep really hard. We're really sick.
55 for me.
What's going on? Was it?
So unit calling, you're very 10-1.
Get out. Get out.
Stand up.
I'm not calling 8.
Stand up. Come on. Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Where is this going?
Stand up! Now!
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you again! Stand up!
I'm standing up. I'm trying to.
Give me your other arm.
Yeah. Ow!
Let's go. Want me to carry you? Come here. Come here. I'll carry you.
I got you. I got you, baby. Come on. I got you. Hey, start CPR. She's still alive. She's still alive.
As authorities secured Muzik and Matthew in restraints, Deputy Orozco initiated cardiopulmonary resuscitation on Zach Inline. Despite these life-saving efforts, they proved futile. The young girl succumbed that evening. Fortunately, their son survived with minimal injuries and received immediate medical transportation. A critical question remained unanswered. What substance or condition had rendered the parents so profoundly incapacitated that they remained oblivious to their daughter's demise mere inches away? The officers confronted a scene unprecedented in their professional experience. Despite Muzik's claim of abstaining from substances since the previous day, both parents exhibited severe impairment, unable to ambulate or organize their thoughts coherently. The circumstances were profoundly abnormal, necessitating immediate investigative attention.
Extremely confused. So no offense. What about me? Right, just be honest with me because I need to be able to treat your kids.
We're gonna get up, okay? Stand up. Sit down. Sit up. Come on.
Thank you.
What did you take?
I don't remember taking anything.
How long have you been out?
Last night was the last time that you were okay.
Last time I was okay. We were laying in the bed there. Had to split all the oak.
Okay, what the hell did you take, bro? What did you take?
I didn't take anything.
What do you guys have then?
I don't have anything.
You want me? You want to take him to the unit?
We'll get that once EMS checks on vitals.
We'll take him. Let's take one at a time. I don't know if he can walk.
He needs to get seen first.
Okay, so we don't know exactly what they took. They're both confused. They don't want to say anything. We have 110-7, 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Another one, bad condition. He was unconscious, I believe, when they got here. And she was also in bad condition when they got here. But our detectives are on their way right now, so we're just securing everything. She good? Let's go. Stand up. What's your name?
Music.
Huh?
Music.
All right, stand up, Music, and place your hands behind your back, okay?
I can't really stand it very well.
Let's go. Hurry up.
I don't know what it is. I'm trying.
Turn around. Give me your other hand.
Sorry.
Come on.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Awake?
Yeah.
Are you good?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I'm not sure.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
He's not feeling too good. I don't know if you guys want to check him out again. He's leaning to the side and he says he's not feeling too good.
Hello? What's going on?
Nothing.
You said you don't feel good?
Yeah. Lightheaded.
Lightheaded?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me what your name is? Do you mind if we just check your vitals one more time?
I took a needle off of her. It's right there. It's all burnt up. There's still ash marks on her sweater. The door was already open. I seen the parents laying down, and I seen the son. He didn't look responsive. I didn't see him until I asked him. I said, "What's going on?" I looked left. He's just sitting on the chair, all lethargic. I was like, "What's wrong with him?" And I saw him moving and breathing, so I was like, "Okay." So I went to go check on him. I was all, "Who's not responsive?" And then she goes, the mom goes, "I don't think she is." And I looked, and they're on top of her. I didn't even see him. Like half of his left body was on her left side, half of her right body was on her other side. So she moved, and I looked at the kid, and I looked at her, and it was just, she was already gone.
During her medical transport, Muzik disclosed that she and Matthew had consumed methamphetamine the previous day, a routine practice for the couple. More disturbingly, she revealed that the preceding day had been Zachenlein's birthday, a celebration the child endured surrounded by squalor while witnessing her parents' substance-induced deterioration. Yet methamphetamine alone seemed insufficient explanation for their profound physiological impairment. While potent, amphetamine-class drugs typically don't produce such extreme debilitation, suggesting their substances were contaminated with unknown agents. This revelation directed investigators' attention to Thaddeus, the sole seemingly unaffected individual at the residence. He was subsequently transported to the Grant County Sheriff's Office for intensive questioning scheduled several hours later. Meanwhile, officers at the scene engaged Muzik to establish her perspective and determine the catalyst for this calamity. Her responses would prove more revealing than anticipated. When questioned about the preceding hours, Muzik falsely claimed ignorance of her daughter's death. Her deception became evident when she hesitated mid-sentence, realizing she shouldn't acknowledge substance use during the birthday gathering. This contradicted her earlier admission of methamphetamine consumption at the celebration. Despite this inconsistency, she was transported to medical facilities where her confusion intensified.
Diabetes, seizures, strokes.
I have had seizures before because I got a minor nasocranial fracture on a bicycle, but it was like 10 years ago.
What's your name?
Music.
Can you spell that?
M-U-S-I-C. My parents are long-haired freaky people. They really named me Music. I have an ID.
Do you have heart problems?
Not that I know of, but I have been having a lot of episodes where my both arms will be super numb when I wake up in the morning. But nothing like last night. Last night I couldn't sit up because it was excruciating. And my kids were all floppy, like, we all were all floppy. I can't explain it. I don't have any idea. I don't know how my kids would have gotten it. We were at their birthday party all day. Like, we did not have on us at the birthday party.
Kind of got a little bit of a mess right now.
Yeah.
So we're working through it a little bit at a time. The reason I'm here, I wonder if I could take some pictures of you.
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you so much.
Are you the detective?
I am.
Are you the one that will also be getting a toxicology report? Because I need one. I know I've done a lot of drugs in my life, and I've never felt anything like I did last night. It was completely bizarre.
Well,
and all that we had was the chocolate cake that we bought at Albertsons just before bed. We ate one more slice of chocolate cake.
And what was it that you felt last night?
Last night, I just felt like I couldn't hold myself up. Like, I kept falling into the wall. My kids kept falling into the wall.
You're weak, you were dizzy.
All
how
of
so?
the above.
All right. You have any questions for me?
Are my kids okay?
Your kids are okay right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one of your kids is here right now, but I'll talk to you about this more here in a little bit, okay?
She couldn't sit up. I have no idea. Like, I've done a lot of drugs, and nothing has ever been like that. And I don't know what it was, but I do want a toxicology to know if something is going on. Everybody that was at the party, I trusted.
Are you going to be the nurse? Okay. So just real quick, I don't know if you're aware of her situation or what's going on. So if she brings anything up, she hasn't questioned anything yet, so let's just ignore it. So she doesn't know anything at all. She doesn't know that her kids yet. So let's just, if she does say anything, just ignore it.
My kids have been feeling weird. All we had to eat in bed this night was some chocolate cake that we got for my daughter for her birthday. I do smoke weed, and the last time I ingested any was at, well, they're approximately 12:30.
Okay.
Before we head out to the park for her birthday party. It was probably time to ask if I need I need to talk to him. I just want to see him.
I can't let you leave. I can't let you leave this room.
Initial impressions suggested Muzik as a devoted, nurturing mother victimized by tragic circumstance. However, this characterization was contradicted by her son's statements to medical personnel, revealing he hadn't consumed food for over 48 hours, spanning beyond his sister's birthday celebration. This discrepancy illustrated Muzik's consistent pattern of dishonesty throughout the investigation.
How's he doing?
He's good.
He is?
Said he hasn't eaten since Friday. So.
The interviewing officer, though aware of Zakenline's death, strategically withheld this information from Muzik to maintain investigative integrity. Concurrently, medical staff attended to Muzik's elder child across the hallway, gravely ill but fortunately alive. Medical evaluation introduced additional complexity when nurses observed the boy's inability to bear weight on his legs, mirroring his parents' earlier symptoms. This suggested potential alternative causes for the family's incapacitation, possibly unrelated to their documented substance abuse.
Tried to get it to pee, but you couldn't on his legs.
You could have walked.
But we on his legs. So we're gonna do a leg x-ray and then they need to go on his chest.
You want another blanket?
Any findings so far?
Okay, let me get you another blanket.
Hours passed as Muzik recovered and her son received treatment before both parents were transported to sheriff's headquarters, where authorities determined it appropriate to finally disclose their daughter's death. Officials arranged for Matthew to deliver this devastating news to Muzik privately, without documentation. However, Matthew ultimately proved reluctant, delegating this responsibility to a detective. Following this disclosure, the couple was released but, lacking shelter, spent the night homeless. Meanwhile, investigators confronted the crucial question: what factor precipitated this catastrophe?
When we have a death occur, we treat every death as if it's a homicide until we can prove otherwise, whether it's someone, old person dying in their bed or what have you. So just for those reasons, we're going to take some pictures, okay?
Who died?
What's that?
Who died?
The little girl's gone. Okay. So we're going to have you stand up. Officer Carrasco is going to remove your handcuffs. We're going to take some pictures, okay?
Stand up, sir.
Give him a minute.
Well, you guys were waking me up. She was talking.
So, Mr. Bynum, here in a while, we're going to have a conversation about that, okay? But I know you're going to need a little time.
Wait for representation.
Okay, you're going to want a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then let's take some pictures and then we can get you back to the cell for now, okay?
You guys are free to go. You guys are free to go. You just can't go back to the house.
Go back to the house right now.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Well, he doesn't know. That's what I'm telling him.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So you can't go back to the house. You guys are free to go. You guys' phones. She
I
understands
only have one phone.
the phone.
Yeah.
You guys come back tomorrow and get with the detectives in the morning.
Okay, so like I said, you can vote this anytime you want, alright? Like the deputy told you, I'm Detective Orozco, you can just call me Randy, that's fine. So my job is to figure out what happened, and you are someone that can give me information that I obviously wasn't there for.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a little bit of catch up.
I do smoke weed and speed, but I had not imbibed any speed.
Okay, so just to be clear with speed, thank you. I appreciate
I do
that.
not use them regularly. It was just kind of like I wasn't feeling good. It doesn't matter. That's all just excuses. But anyways, I had not used any past like noon 30 at the very latest.
Okay.
And there was nothing that she could get in the room. The room is extremely messy, and that is true. And we're working on it. We don't have a vehicle right now to even take it to the dump. So it's really
It's hard.
It is hard.
Crazy hard.
And we had a friend that was letting us use their truck. To do dump runs and stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
To do dump runs and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And, yeah, I've done, not recently, but recently I've just done, and I've done a lot of drugs throughout my life, though. My name is Music. My parents named me Music. You know, that's the life I grew up in. But I've never felt like I did last night. It was unreal. Like, I couldn't hold myself up. My daughter and my son couldn't hold themselves up. I had no idea what was going on. I just wanted us to get some sleep, and I thought that would help. And I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Zai, right? Is that your son's name? Zai. I checked on him at the hospital when I saw you. So from what they're thinking, at that time, things could have changed. He looks like he has a touch of pneumonia.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, otherwise, he seemed pretty okay. They're treating them. They're going to do what doctors do.
Yeah.
Right, and check him for all sorts of stuff. Zaki, she didn't survive. Fine. But we are going to look into it as deeply as we possibly can to try to get a better answer for what happened.
I've ever experienced.
Me too. That's extremely weird, right?
Yes.
Just like that, stuff like that doesn't really happen.
I don't have any idea what happened, but I want to know what was in my system, and I want to know how it got to my kids' system, because they did not get in. I'm telling you. And an investigation will have to be done, and that is fine with me. But I know that I do not do this anymore. I know that. And so if that's in my system, and if that's in my little girl's system, somebody put it there. Sorry, excuse my language, but I do not.
You can speak however you want. You're going through some right now. Straight up.
No, I want to speak eloquently because I don't want to
be misconstrued.
I don't want to be misconstrued. I know that a lot of people come through here lying about what they do, and I am not here to lie about what I do. I'm here to figure out what happened to my children, because I just want to know that okay.
So
I want the opportunity to become the best fit for them. I don't know what happened. I don't think it was the cake or anything. I don't know what it was.
What about the heater for the house?
The heater, we don't have the propane hooked in. We're out of propane.
And the cold? Like if we had the cold or whatever you were burning in there?
Yeah, it was cold. They were cold. But we burn them all the way to cold so they don't smoke the place out, and then we vent the window. Normally we have a propane heater. And when we have the propane hooked up to the heater that's up against the wall, we still leave it vented because the kids were, a while back, like when we first moved in, this is over a year ago, my son was waking up, throwing up, and we discovered it's because we had all the windows shut with the propane heater on, so it wasn't ventilating properly, so we started leaving the windows just cracked, and that was enough, and all the throwing up stuff.
Yeah, that was my initial thought with everyone in the house. Like you guys, from what we were told at the time, like people just aren't feeling good, and having that type of heater inside the house, or even burning the coals inside, you get a little carbon monoxide, a certain percent, I'm not a doctor, some percent you're going to start feeling sick and whatnot, and after that things get a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Right, progressively more serious until that's solved.
There should have been at least 2 windows in the house.
Okay.
The investigation remained perplexing. A child had died without clear cause. Fortunately, detectives formulated an investigative strategy focusing on Thaddeus, the sole individual present with the family the previous evening who maintained coherence. As a potential witness or suspect, his testimony seemed essential to resolving the case. Upon arrival at the station after Music and Matthew's departure, Thaddeus underwent formal interview. After being advised of his rights, reflecting his status as potential suspect, questioning began to determine responsibility for Zach and Lyne's death. Initially, Thaddeus's account aligned with officers' observations at the scene. However, he falsely claimed the couple exclusively used marijuana, contradicting Music's admission of methamphetamine use. This discrepancy required cautious evaluation of his testimony. Nevertheless, one pivotal question from the detective fundamentally redirected the investigation.
going on?
Yeah.
Why am I being arrested?
You're not being arrested, you're being detained. Turn around.
Why?
Because you're up here and there's a kid, that's why.
Kid?
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the house until
I don't care.
Called. I didn't know she was. I really didn't. That's why I called. I didn't know what was
Look, wait until they read you your rights, then you can start talking.
Sorry about that. Still a lot going on right now. Alright, so I'm going to read this to you. It's an advice of your rights. It's because I take to investigative detention, okay? Yeah. Considering the matter at hand. Yeah. I saw that you were the 911 caller. Yes. But before we get into that, let's start in the morning. So how did the morning start?
Well, I don't know if you saw the red van there or not with the dogs in it barking. That's where I'm trying to convert that into a little trailer. That's where I was sleeping. I woke up and I thought I heard the kids playing around outside, and then I realized that someone was yelling out from inside the tiny home, and I didn't know why. So I got out of the van and I went and I checked. There was music. Matt was kind of laying near music, almost on top of Zachy, little girl. So that's what I decided to call 911.
So let's just kind of backtrack it a little bit. So you heard music yelling. So you hear that. You walk to the door. You go to the door and you open the door and you see Zach, you said? Zachy, and music laying on what?
Well, Matt was on the bed. Zachy was kind of half on, half off, and music was not on the bed at all.
How did they get the house?
It was it's a propane heater on the wall, yes. But last night, a few nights ago, the propane ran out, and they had taken it off to go get propane, but never got it to the propane bill.
Did they ever start fires in the house?
No. They don't start fires in the house. They go and I thought you saw the coals in the bathtub.
Yeah.
So that was where they went and they burned wood and brought it in once it was cold and no smoke left.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. I saw that and I was like, well, maybe we could be looking at carbon monoxide here too.
It was. I don't think it would have been because last night they might have used wood, the coals to heat it, but it's probably not likely.
Zachy.
Oh. Did not know that.
Zachy's gone. That's why all of this is happening.
Yeah.
Because we need to figure out how in the heck this even came to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know last time we talked a lot about doing the right thing and this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, that situation that you're in, definitely a good time to do that, right?
Right.
I can't even think of a situation where it would be more important to know what's going on than right now. I'm not the kind of cop that likes to get people caught up. That's not why I do this. That's not why I'm here. Right now, seeing her covered up, seeing her afterwards. Like I'm not lying. Like it knocked me down. I cried for a good long while.
I saw you walking away from the ambulance crying.
Yeah,
I didn't know why.
Yeah, it got a lot worse after that. Right now, my job is to do right by Zachy and lie the best I can by understanding what's going on. I mean, and like I said, sometimes things happen. Sometimes people kill other people on purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's accidental or things go too far. There's a million reasons why something could happen, why something could come to be, right? And sometimes there's little details of things that happen that end up meaning a lot down the road. Like you could be like, well, I noticed this, or I did see that, or I overheard whatever, or I had this feeling, or something that smelled right in house, something, right? So sometimes those things can lead to having a greater understanding. So is there anything of that nature regarding anyone that was there at any time that could have led potentially to that?
I only ever heard music and Matt argue, but it was usually when Matt was super tired and stayed up all night gathering wood and stuff. And then the truck would break down or something would go wrong and he'd get and music.
common for that to happen, but it was never around the kids. They never did anything around the kids, and they loved them so much.
Is there anything that stands out to you about what happened that could explain what's going on here?
Oh, I mean, what stood out was I could say how pale it was, or that's what I called it.
When questioned about household heating methods, Thaddeus revealed the family's use of coal burning for warmth, a revelation with profound implications. Despite his dismissal of its significance, this detail provided scientific clarity. Coal combustion produces carbon monoxide, an odorless, colorless gas with lethal potential. When inhaled, this compound prevents oxygen hemoglobin binding, resulting in tissue oxygen deprivation manifesting as headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion, and potentially unconsciousness or death, precisely matching the family's symptoms. In a sealed environment without ventilation, carbon monoxide concentration could certainly reach lethal levels. Though presently theoretical, this avenue warranted immediate investigation. Meanwhile, the detective continued probing to determine whether Thaddeus misrepresented the couple's substance habits or if more sinister circumstances existed. To emphasize the gravity of truthfulness, the detective informed Thaddeus of Zach and Lyne's demise. Thaddeus's response suggested genuine belief that the parents harbored no malicious intent toward their daughter, and if substance use occurred that night, it happened without his knowledge. The mystery remained unresolved, with coal combustion emerging as the sole plausible explanation. Consequently, officers returned to the trailer that evening to investigate this possibility.
Reporting for us?
Yep.
So, I'm sure they went over this several times with you, but boy was somewhere in this region. Dad was laying here, decedent here, and the mom off to the side. And then when Thaddeus came in, he saw them here. She was super pale. For some reason, moved him to this chair. And then came back. And then that's when he started calling 911. Girl could have gotten sick. I mean, living like this, you know. Gets a little bit of a cold or something, then there you go. She had any kind of immunocompromise.
So you room here. So they said that she got sick and threw up?
The mom was like, I've done a lot of drugs in my life. She goes, I occasionally do meth and weed, but I don't do heroin, nothing like that, and I've never felt like I did last night ever in my life.
By this point, the case appeared to clarify. Carbon monoxide exposure had overwhelmed Zach and Lyne's physiological defenses, resulting in her death. Confirmation required scientific evidence of elevated carbon monoxide levels within the trailer. Postmortem toxicology specifically analyzed Zach and Lyne's carboxyhemoglobin saturation. While normal levels range from 3.5% in non-smokers to 8% in smokers, Zach and Lyne's results revealed 70% saturation, fundamentally incompatible with survival. The coal fumes had proven fatal. The following day, both parents returned for additional questioning. Matthew requested legal representation before proceeding, while Muzik consented to unrepresented conversation. The detective sought to establish several critical points: whether the couple recognized the extreme danger of coal heating yet continued the practice, and whether they recognized their daughter's death yet deliberately avoided emergency services. Curiously, Muzik focused exclusively on explaining her chronic substance abuse, dismissing its relevance to their incapacitation. The detective later noted his suspicion that Muzik had recognized her daughter's death before authorities arrived, motivating her immediate defensive positioning. The likely sequence emerged. Hallucinatory and delusional effects of amphetamine-class drugs caused them to neglect proper ventilation, inadvertently sealing their daughter's fate. Strategically, the detective concealed their knowledge of carbon monoxide as the cause of death, preventing Muzik from constructing exculpatory narratives as demonstrated earlier. By withholding this information, he facilitated her candid disclosure.
A lot of drugs in my life, and I've never felt anything like I did last night.
The little girl's gone. Have any questions for me?
My kids are okay.
In his contemporaneous notes, the detective recorded, Miss Adami was informed of her daughter's passing. She appeared to attempt shock and crying, though without producing tears. She paused and stared intermittently, possibly representing genuine shock or theatrical performance. Her emotional response lacked authenticity. Having gathered sufficient evidence, the detective allowed Muzik to recount her awakening paralysis in the preceding day's events. Though the couple remained free for over 2 months following the death, they were eventually arrested after investigators established a comprehensive pattern of child neglect, including substandard living conditions and inadequate supervision. Matthew faced charges of intentional child abuse resulting in death and child abandonment. Muzik received charges of intentional child abuse resulting in death and abandonment, first offense. As of December 2024, judicial proceedings continue. If convicted, both potentially face life imprisonment. What do you think about this case? Leave your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you in the next videos. Take care.